and share with every one of us something that I usually do every year, and I always tell people within my community to also do it, is to plan and prepare for the new year, right? And that's what I want to use as my welcome address for everybody today. And I'm recording it, which I will try as much as this very particular session also to post it in all our communities so that we can go over it again. Every human being, our life is compartmentalized. And what do I mean is that every of us, there are different aspects of our life. Okay. For those that believe in Trinity of the Trinity of humanity is that we are all spiritual beings, right? We live in a body and we have a soul. Okay, so what that means automatically means is that we have ministry. Like that, ministry means service. Ministry does not mean that church or God called you and all of those things. It means service. And one of the ministry that I know that all of us have is our ability to serve other humanities, which is what we're actually doing in Rotary here, right? We are here, we are serving with our talent, we are serving with our treasure, we are serving with our thoughts, and we are serving, what's the fourth thing? Our time. And we carve out time every Tuesdays to fellowship together and to plan, to do a whole lot of things. Okay, we are doing that. Okay, that's our service life. And there's another aspect of our life, which is our business and career life. Everybody here has one business or the other that they are doing. Okay, and in the course of this month, we are going to be picking each of this life or each aspect of our life and see how we can actually have a better one. Because you see, one of the things I believe in is that growth is not just measured in isolation. Growth is measured when we benchmark ourselves against ourselves. So what do I mean by that? Is that if we let me use myself as an example. For instance, now I was sharing with my CP earlier that I've been very, very busy, and the reason why I've been very busy is because there is a goal. So it's not that I'm comparing myself with somebody else, but I'm comparing myself with the goal that I've set for myself. So one of the goals I set for myself is that I'm going to publish a book this year. Okay, but as the year was rounding up, I was just like, it's like I've not done this. Okay, I had to put a whole lot of effort into achieving some of those things that I've set for myself. Okay, so also we can live our life in a way that we can keep having, and we can keep having a better tomorrow, right? Better tomorrow. And what that automatically means is that you will not look back and say, my yesterday was better than my today. Okay, it makes that our path keeps getting better and better and better and better and better and better. Okay, so the other aspect of our life is our finances. In Rotary, we spend my PHF just enter now, the one and only, okay, no, not the only PHF, my vice president, my one and only vice president. No, come and sit down, this is your seat. Don't mind him, he wants to stay humble. Come and sit down here.
The seat is for president-elect.
That's just it.
So what I'm saying is that our finance life is also very, very, very important. So in everything that we do, we must pay attention to our finance. So because see, in this life that we live in now, finance is very, 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 very important. We cannot. Everybody has spent money. In fact, in the fellowship today, we'll still spend money. Tomorrow morning, we'll still spend money. The more we wake up every day, we keep spending money. So we must, of necessity, just like I mentioned also in the last board meeting we have, is that we must always think of how can every one of us, for me, that's even priority for me now, that between now and end of the year, how can every member of this club increase in their finances? Very, very important. And it's by sharing opportunities with every one of us. by sharing these are the opportunities that are available. How can we all together take advantage of this opportunity? Then another aspect of our life, I've mentioned our service, I've mentioned our finance, I've mentioned our business and career. Another aspect of our life is our wellness. That's our health. Health is wealth. May we not have the reason why we'll be hospitalized. That's when we'll know that health is very, very expensive. Okay, our wellness. That's one aspect. And we can set goal for that. One of the things, like I said, also, even in my busy schedule, one of the things I looked at the goals I set for myself. And I realized that one of the goals I set for myself is that I wanted to learn how to swim. I don't know how to swim. And the reason why I wanted to learn how to swim is not because I want to show off. There's nothing to show off for. Okay, it's for health actually. I wanted a situation whereby I can have series of recreational activities that will keep my body and soul pumping. So in the middle of all the business, I paid for the swimming. The guy that I paid the swimming for was the one following up on me. You have paid for swimming. So I broke the jinx. Last week I started, and it has been an interesting thing. For instance, now somebody can just decide to say, okay, I want to, because I realize that my lifestyle is becoming very sedentary. Drive there, drive here, I barely walk. By the time I'm home, instead of me to walk around my estate, I will be so fagged out. One day I got home, I sat down on my chair and I slept off. It was when my wife woke up around 12, when she wanted to do a Hallelujah challenge, and she came to wake me up there. And that is not a very healthy lifestyle. Okay, so our wellness. Another part of our life is our family, right? We all I used to tell my people that work with me jokingly that, see, have you ever seen anybody that they arrest or anybody that is in emergency, they'll tell you to go and bring your friend to come and stay with you? No, it's family that will come and bail you. It's family that will come and stay with you in the hospital. So our family is very, very important. So the relationship with our family is very, very important. We can set it also as a goal. And just to begin to round up my thought, like I said, today is just the introduction. So at every of our pep talk, we are going to be bringing other people to come and speak on different aspects of this family. Okay, to just begin to round it up is also our relationship with people, our social life also is very, very important. You know, Rotary help us to, in a way, for those of us that our life is very triangle, work, Rotary just turn it to four corner. Work, church, home. Now it's work, church, Rotary, home. So in a way, it helps us to balance it up, and notwithstanding too, I mean, you can deliberately. For instance, one of the things I introduced to my own social life this year is that I wanted to be active in all my alumni. So alumni of university, if I don't want to, so dead, I be able to talk there. There's always one party, and because the reason why I was not active before was because I don't like parties. Because there's always one party and all of those things. So we need to define growth in all these areas of our life so that it can really we can have a balanced life. And you know, when we have a balanced life, there's no way we will not have a productive Rotary life at the end of the day. So we'll look at all of this and we'll see how we can help each other to begin to have such life. Okay, and the one area that I really want to touch on for today is how can we all begin to make money? How can we all begin to make money? And it's one area that we must keep talking about, because I didn't give anybody this responsibility. So in every of our meetings now, there's going to be a session. So maybe next week is going to be my CP that will come and talk. This is how I'm making money. You come and share it with us so that people can pick it and run with it. It's not because, you know, one of the things I realized is that I was still watching someone today, and you know, because of this Trump is coming to invade Nigeria and all of this. So somebody was just sharing something, and there was something he mentioned today that was very, very interesting. And he said it that, see, making money in Nigeria and making money in Lagos is one of the easiest things to do. And they said me to admit the person. I don't know who the person is. So he said it's one of the easiest things to do. And he said, and how do we really do some of these things? He said, just look for, he said, because we have the numbers. Who is that person? Oh, Madam Aminat. Thank you for joining us today again. So he said one of the ways to make money is just try as much as possible to solve one problem for many people. Just one single problem. Look for the problem that a lot of people have and try to solve it for as many people as possible and put yourself out there. So I want to use myself as an example, for instance, now. And this is just me being vulnerable. And I share this with most people that are very close to me within my inner circle. And I tell them that every time I wake up in the morning, one of the things I ask myself is this: what is the problem that I'm going to solve for people? In fact, it's one of the things I use to train my children. I tell them, see, I didn't send you to school to go and get A. I don't even want you to I don't want you to win school award. I want you to learn gratitude. I want you to learn kindness. It is human relational skill that make people to be. For those of us that are in the marketplace, we know that it's not first class that is making us to be the best. It's how we relate with people, human relational skill. So one of the things that has helped me, and one key secret that I've been using that has helped me, let's say more now in the last 3 years, is I just focus, okay, what is the solution that I have? The solution that I have is real estate. Okay, how can I get my real estate message to as many people as possible? I'm just using myself as an example, for instance, now. And my focus is not even to make money. But you know, one thing is this: when you focus not to make money, eventually that money comes. And one of my focus is that I want to pick, anytime somebody just say, I need a solution, I go all out and I serve the person. Let me give an example. Somebody walked up to me, saw my post. I mean, most of us saw my post on my status. He saw my post and he said that I'm actually thinking of buying a property. I said, okay, no problem. Let's jump on a call. And for free of charge, I said, normally this call I used to charge is free consultation. I charge 50,000 naira per hour, even though I just put a price on it. But let's just do 1 hour for free. So I jumped on the call and I told the person, okay, what is it that you want to do and all of those things. So the person said he has about 50 million naira, he doesn't even know where to start from and all of those things. And I canceled the person. I helped him to arrange this, how you should do it, this, how you should go about it. And that was free counseling. And the person went to implement it. He has bought a land now. Now he wants to build the house. He reached out to me. Of course, automatically, because I've taught him this is how you are going to acquire the land, free of charge. There's no way he will want to build a house that he will not call me. Now he said I said, well, because I'm very busy. If I'm going to, so he said he wants me to be a consultant on that construction project. He has all his engineer and just wants my expertise. What makes him to think that I have expertise? Because I've given him free consultation before. And I told him, I said, well, no problem. I will charge 5% of the cost of construction. I said, and all of that. So eventually we arranged at a particular fee. That's one. And the only way that conversation can start is because I've offered myself for free. And because he keeps watching me online, keep watching me, keep looking at me. So I'm just using myself as an example, as one of, I'm talking about something that has just, this example I gave now is something that happened in the last 48 hours. For instance, where I stay right now, the lawyer that is in charge is in the UK. I'm not staying in my personal house yet. So the guy just called me today, said, in fact, precisely the word he used, he said, I've been watching you since I know you. And that was when I posted, I can't remember what I even posted first this morning. So immediately the post dropped. That was when he called me, that he needed the property and all of those things. And you were asking me about one property yesterday. It was yesterday. And I was still like, there's one property I needed to sell because I needed to undo some project and all of those things. And that was the precise property that the person was asking me about today. And he said he needed, it was yesterday. That he said, I said, okay, no problem. He said, and I told him I have property in so places. So can can they quickly do inspection? He said, no, he has somebody that is staying around the area, so they went to do inspection today. So when I got it was when I sat down here, I just let me even call the person that I arranged for the inspection. Sure, like eBay. So these are things that we can all pick. I can't use the example of what some of us are doing as business. Let me just begin to round up. I've done 15 minutes already. In those days, in 5-10 years ago, barely will you see a lawyer coming to advertise themselves. But today, there's no way you go to TikTok, go to social media, that you not see one lawyer. They are not advertising themselves, but they are doing educational selling. They are telling you why you should not do this. I don't know whether some of us have been seeing some of those adverts. There is no way what that lawyer is teaching, right, is not going to speak to you in one way or the other. And by the time you enter that type of problem, the first lawyer you want to go back to is the lawyer that has taught you. That's one of the areas that I want us all of us to really look at. There's nobody that is born to face camera. All of us are camera shy, but we learn to face it. So we can all look at. Let me use my CP as example. For instance, she's an expert on HR. She can just put maybe 10 things. Maybe let's say she desire to get more people. She wants to be consulting for more company and be their HR consultant for more company. She can just put 10 things together. SME, HR mistake that SME should not make. I'm very sure she can put more than 10 things together. And per day, she will just carry her phone, say, okay, this number one, don't make this mistake. And the reason why you should not make the mistake, post it on her status. In the first 1 month, maybe nobody will chat her up. Even the people that will chat her up are people that thumbs up, it's making sense, this is good, and all of those things. But over the year, in that 1 month, what she has done basically is what is called top of the mind awareness. She has just registered herself in the mind of people. And over time, when people have a child need, the first person they'll call is she's the one. So we can all think about it. Some people might not, they are gifting. I have a friend that I had this conversation with about 6 months ago. But he said, let me use the word. He said, I'm not, my face is not camera friendly. He assumed that it's not handsome, or beautiful, or whatever terminology you want to use. So, but he's very good in writing. There are some people that can communicate emotion in writing. And he started doing writing, status-wise, LinkedIn, and all of those things. In fact, he said now he's the one rejecting work. Because this thing, sometimes it just takes traction, consistently doing it. Someone said that you cannot, it is when you want to break down a tree or you want to crack a rock, it is not the first hitting of the rock, the first strike that will break it down. It is the consistently doing it and sticking to it that eventually breaks it down. I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you. Okay, that we are going to make money together.